seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Are you ready for Empress Death? Empress Death is the next coffin launch coming from Coffin Comics next Thursday, April 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brian Polito, proud publisher of Coffin Comics, and this is the third and final preview before we launch Empress Death next Thursday. So thank you for being on the stream or watching it after we're live. So here you are, Empress Death. We're going to give you the total rundown. So I'll tell you what, let's start with the story, shall we? So we're going to take a look at some of the pages, and I'm going to tell you what's up. So this story is co-written by myself and Mike McLean, illustrated by Ediano Silva, colored by Wes Hartman, and lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. So check out the pages. Here's the story. To redeem her wicked past, Lady Death now defends the innocent and powerless, whether on earth or in the depths of hell. But what if she could no longer control her appetite, her insatiable craving for violence? What if Lady Death surrendered to her appetite for destruction? In another reality, the woman once known as Hope renounces her name and becomes Empress Death, a psychotic sorceress with a lust for genocide. Gathering a terrifying horde, she ravages the United States, annihilating everything in her path. Can the last of America's army stand against her? Can even her own flesh and blood children urge her to see reason? Or will Empress Death drown the entire world in blood? So yes, that's the story we're getting into. You know, I have a long history of writing storylines about evil characters, but I like to counterbalance it with good characters that you care about. For example, back in the Evil Ernie days, we had Mary Young and Dr. Price. Well, in this storyline, Empress Death, we're going to introduce a family of characters that will be recurring as we tell the story into the future. And if our campaign hits our internal goals, we're going to continue Empress Death's story. And in fact, I could personally continue it on and on and on because I have the stories. Now, before I get too far, I want to let you know a couple of things about the campaign. I'm going to show you some of the goodies. In fact, we could have our camera person, Jordan, kind of just take a quick scan of everything over here. So here's a scan. Let's see here. We're actually not showing our comments. We're going to pop up some comments in a moment. We are showing them. And then, okay, so for the first 24 hours of our campaign, if you back physical rewards totaling $26 US dollars or more, you're going to get this free challenge coin. Absolutely free, 100%. This is part of the Coffin Comics value stack, which also includes free digital downloads, free swag, and free US shipping. But that's not all. Those of you who've backed our campaigns know we've introduced a whole new concept called Coffin Launch 26 Loyalty Program. What that means is if you back each of our 2026 campaigns, and there will be 6, for $26 or more US dollars, at the end of the 6th campaign, we're going to send you a Super Backer coin. It'll be an all-new, all-fresh coin. We're going to reveal the art in August, and there will be no variants and no extras. Only Super Backers will receive the coin. So please do consider that. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. And come on over here. We're going to start looking at some of the, we'll look over here. We'll look at some of the art. So first up, we have the main Premiere Edition. And I'm sure one of our unlocks is going to be that cool blue foil. That cool blue foil. That would be great. Next up is the Tribute Edition by Stephen Butler. This tributes Marvel Premiere #1, which featured a cover with Warlock on it. Next up, we have the Blood Ritual Edition by Dan Mendoza. Then we have the Nihilism edition by David Harrigan. If anyone's on the stream, please feel to say sworn. We will know you were there. Next up, we have the Illusion edition by Lucio Prilio, and this book will be 48 pages and square bound. Next up, we have the Greg Land Sinister edition, the EOM Destroyer edition, the Inquisition edition by Sun K, the Enshrined edition by Mike DiBalfo, the Foreboding edition by Mike Crome, the Aftermath edition by Monty Moore, the Eternal Love edition by Jay Anacleto, and rounding out the Prestige editions, we have the Subnegation edition by Dawn McTague. All right, thank you for chiming in. Next up, we have our series of naughty editions. We have Naughty Blood Ritual. We have Naughty Nihilism. We have Naughty Illusion, Naughty Sinister by Greg Land, the Naughty Destroyer by EOM, Naughty Inquisition by Sun K, Naughty Enshrined by Mike DiBalfo, the Naughty Foreboding by Crome, the Naughty Aftermath by Monty Moore, the Naughty Eternal Love by Jay Anacleto, and rounding out the Naughty editions, we have the Subnegation edition by Dawn. And you can see that we actually take time and effort and make sure that there is significant difference in terms of color and presentation between the Prestige editions and the Naughty editions. Now, we recognize people like to have collectible-based editions. So for this salvo, we are producing the holofoil editions by Greg Land, Mike Crome, and Jay Anacleto. And these will all be limited and serial numbered. Additionally, here are our 3 metal editions for the campaign. Subnegation by Dawn, the Lucio Prilio edition, and the Sun K. Now, if you're the sort of person who needs to have one copy of everything, we have a tier called the Whole Enchilada. The Whole Enchilada will include every comic you see here, plus these 2 exclusives. The Scarlet Metal edition, limited to 15 serial numbered editions, and the Naughty Inquisition Glow in the Dark Metallic by Sun K. I want to show you that this is the specific treatment of the energy. You'll notice the difference, and it is not the same. They are absolutely different, and that is the only way we're presenting that particular energy. So that is for folks who are interested in that type of edition. That's not all, everybody. Let's see here. Let's get into the type of prints that we have to offer. Over here in our corner is a bunch of cool prints. We'll let our camera person get a little closer. And what we have here is the official metal edition by Mike Crome, and that's limited to 50. We have the official pearl edition called this Violet Subnegation by Dawn McTague. This will be limited to 25. And I really wish you could see it in person. This pearl paper is just gorgeous. Here we have our official fine art print with printed on archival quality paper with archival quality inks. This is called Illusion by Lucio Prilio. Rounding out the oversized print is the poster, 24 by 36 by Jay Anacleto. Now, another thing I want to let you know is that all these items are now available for viewing at coffinlaunch.com. Get on there, get familiar with that platform. If you do not have an account, very easy to do. Just fill in the information and you can see all the stuff that we're talking about. Now, I'm not going to go over each and every one of these, but feast your eyes on the significant print sets by all the aforementioned artists. We have the Prestige set, and then we have the Naughty set. Or you could get all of them, and we call that the Ultimate set. Now, I think we have one other over here. We have the official commemorative print, and we serial number each of those, and we've done that for all of our crowdfunding campaigns. And I must say, I love this image. I think it's very majestic, very intense, kind of tells you really what's going to happen in the story, and it does. It's kind of gleeful in the madness of it all. Now, also we have people who like to collect cards. So we have those card sets as well. And that represents the Prestige card set, which is a whole bunch of cards. And here is the Naughty card set, which represents a whole bunch of cards. Now, man doesn't live by comics, cards, and prints alone. How about some merch? So this time around, here we have the official Zippo of the campaign, featuring art by Lucio Perillo. This year, our line of merchandise will be the Zippos. Additionally, it will be the official license plate. This is the second in a line of 6. This is the second in a line of Zippos. Next, we have the official collector boxes by Dawn McTague and Mike Chrome. And then next up, we have the official patches of the campaign. We have the coffin-shaped patch by Dawn, and we have the circular patch by Diego. Now you notice we're offering patches individually on these campaigns, and it is the hope that you'll put them together to make a new battle jacket. So I could give you the inside scoop that we're going to do a new back patch for Lady Death. We'll offer that during her August crowdfunder, which is called Lady Death Ragnarok Rising. Next up, we have the 8-inch sticker. That one's kind of cool because we get to, it's like a full body, amazing. And then next up, we have the shirt. So the shirt is in unisex sizes from small to 4X. And I'm looking forward to wearing that one. That one's pretty cool. So let's recap some of the basics for those of you who are on the stream or watching back. Empress Death, Epitaph for Humanity premieres on coffinlaunch.com next Thursday, April 16th at 6 p.m. Arizona time. At 5:30 Arizona time, 1/2 hour earlier, we're going to have a party. And it's end of the world as we know it party, so feel free to join us and party with us. We'll have folks we've invited here to the clubhouse, and we invite you to party with us out there. You could drink, you don't have to drink. Party is a state of mind, it really doesn't matter. So, additionally, a friendly reminder, first 24 hours is this coin. First 24 hours to physical backers of $26 US or more, and you're going to get this coin. And be part of backing all our campaigns, all 6, and you will receive a super backer coin, of which there will be no extras printed and no variants. Folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching this. It has been a pleasure previewing these campaigns for you the last couple of weeks. I do cordially invite you to get in on it. So all I got to tell you is, y'all been great. I've been Brian Polito. Holler at you later. Hello, I am Brian Polito, publisher of Coffin Comics, and I am delighted to present to you an all-new 48-page diabolical graphic novel entitled Empress Death, Epitaph for Humanity. To redeem her wicked past, Lady Death now defends the innocent and powerless, whether on Earth or in the depths of hell. But what if she could no longer control her insatiable craving for violence? What if Lady Death surrendered to her appetite for destruction? In another reality, the woman once known as Hope renounces her name and becomes Empress Death, a psychotic sorceress with a lust for genocide. Gathering a terrifying horde, she ravages the United States, annihilating everything in her path. Can the last of America's army stand against her? Can even her own flesh and blood children urge her to see reason? Or will Empress Death drown the entire world in blood? Please support our diabolical campaign now and share it with everyone you know. Thank you.
War.